Tom Thibedeau is the only coach in NBA history that thinks it's a good idea to let someone play an entire game. He's the only coach that runs his players into the ground repeatedly, and then year after year after year, after ruining Derrick Rose's career, after having tired players and not making it past the second round more than once. And that was because you had the sensational talent of Derrick Rose, and he was so transcendent that even he rose above the stupidity of Tom Thibodeau. And the Knicks are suddenly the only team that's gritty and plays defense in the NBA. It's like, every team in the playoffs right now is gritty and can play defense. The Knicks are not special. They are the New York Knicks. You have Jalen Brunson, who has to drop 40 points every single night for you to win. That's not sustainable. You know what Boston's going to do to that? Okay, Drew, go post him up. Derek White, go post him up. Jaylen Brown, go post him up. Jason Tatum, go post him up. How much fun are you going to be having when the Celtics repeatedly post you up? And that's if you get past the Indiana Pacers. But Tom Thibodeau just has this through line of running his players into the ground. He's like, oh, I don't know why my entire team is hurt. Maybe because you play your players 37 to 44 minutes on a random Tuesday in February when no one gives a fuck. They want them in the second round available. Look at your record without OG Anunoby. You are a sub 500 to bad team without Julius Randle. You're an okay team, and he's the second best player on your team, statistically at least. And then Jalen Brunson is battling through injuries because you're playing him so much. Josh Hart is probably the only player who's strong enough and athletic enough to be able to go out there and play 48 minutes. And even him, at the beginning of game 4, he was already exhausted. And you expect to win 4 7-game series? Not just 1, but 4? Give me a break.
No, it's amazing too, because everywhere he goes, it's kind of been that same narrative. In Chicago, we see him absolutely drain Derrick Rose. Hell, you even saw him drain even Joakim Noah as well. You just saw that whole team just get exhausted by the end of it. Minnesota, you saw him exhaust, whether it be Karl Anthony Towns, whether it be Jimmy Butler, whether it be Andrew Wiggins, exhaust them. And then here we are now. Jalen Brunson, basically every game is putting up 50 points. He's going into Michael Jordan mode, literally. And it's barely getting them by. So this is a team that I actually really liked entering the playoffs. Do I think they can still beat the Pacers? Yes. However, my faith in them is declining because of the fact of how banged up they've been, because of how exhausted they are. And honestly, if this even goes 7 games, I don't see how the Celtics don't win in at least, I think 5 games, only because they can't seem to win a game 2.
Yeah.
But I just don't see how much further they can go. They're going to make the Eastern Conference Finals and die. Yeah. Literally. All of them are going to be in the New York hospital by the end of it.